G'day, Roy here again. Welcome back to part 4 of our trek from Jiri to Everest Base Camp. In this part we get our first look at Lukla, then join the main highway, as I call it, from Lukla to Phakding. After Phakding we climb the Namche hill up to Namche Bazar itself. And what an amazing place it is. While staying there, there's an unexpected highlight. Well, I'm no expert here, but hopefully you get a sense for what the trek is really like. It is of note, some of the crew have been struggling with a phlegmy, head cold, chesty thing going on, and getting over it, the altitude hasn't helped. So again, I'll catch you back at the end. Cheers. It's very early in the morning and I'm woken by Zopki cattle bells. The Zopki is a cross between a male yak and a female cow and cannot breed apparently. It's a stunning morning when I get up before breakfast and take a look around. Then the day starts following a rugged track.
So it is 8,000 meters.
8,000 metres.
Choyu is behind the Google line.
Oh yeah.
Where's the airport? Right?
You can just see the end of it, just behind the first ridge. See the white, there's a whole little white patch there.
Yeah.
There'll be the white markers on
Oh, yeah, I see it. Yep.
See the planes coming in
There's a
there.
plane coming around now.
Good bag fly. Landing. Safely.
Like the end of yesterday, we encounter a lot of mule trains. A mule is a result from crossing a donkey with a horse, and they also can't reproduce. I find them fascinating animal, very docile, and they are used for the majority of freighting goods where no roads exist in the Khumbu Valley. It's mind-boggling to think that these rugged mountain paths have been used for probably hundreds of years.
Up and close and personal.
As we leave the steep, rugged section, we see the path ahead leading us on to a place called Suki, which is immediately beneath Lukla above on the terrace. Also of note, we start hearing more aeroplane and helicopter noise coming off the Lukla airport. Just after Suki, we gather at a track junction to bid farewell to Karen. Well, sad to see her go. She was always only going to join our trek to this point after just previously doing the Annapurna circuit. It was great to have her on board and we hope to catch up with her again back in Kathmandu later in the month. this footage, I went over and checked out the sledgehammer. It was really heavy. Ahead of us is the main highway, as I call it, from Lukla to Namche, and this is it. A very small, simple sign marks the spot, and it's the finish line of our first part of our trek. I expect to see a lot more trekkers from now on.
Oh, let's check out the sign. Let's see what it says. Do they sell beer? Well, I'm sure they do, yeah. Really cool. Looks like they've done a bit of work on it recently.
After settling into our night stop at the Royal Sherpa, I took a short walk to Phakding Central, where I found a flash bakery and had a game of pool with Joe at the Irish bar. It's morning again, and before leaving, this photo gives many thanks to Pima's dad and stepmother, who own and run the Royal Sherpa guest house. A great place to stay. Not far along, in another bakery with a menu that offers lots of yummy stuff. All the food is Western, except for perhaps yak cheese patties I see on the list. Unbelievable. Along with another bakery, are well laid out grounds of a local hospital here. Looks like a tree nursery here, and good to see evidence of some tree planting going on. Finally, we reached the entrance to Sagarmatha National Park, the park we had to buy permits for back in Kathmandu. We continue up along the path that closely follows the Dukka River. So far since joining this trekking highway, the variety of scenic beauty in this valley has been astonishing. It's no wonder lots of trekkers from all around the world come here. Coming into view now is the famous Hillary Bridge, the new one higher up replacing the now disused old one below it. Crossing it marks the start of a stiff climb of approximately 600 metres up the Namche Hill. From the bottom, this simple map indicates Phakding, where we stayed last night, and the route to Namche and beyond, with Everest Base Camp in red at the top. From Namche though, we intend to take the longer route via Renjala Pass and Chola Pass, offering a lot more of a challenge than the main highway route that most trekkers take. A bit over halfway up the Namche Hill, I get the first glimpse of Mount Everest through the trees. Some local women are there also at this vantage point, selling drinks and snacks. I end up buying a Snickers bar from this lady next to Kathy. It's a good feeling to finally arrive at Namche Bazar, and what a beautiful place it is. Our night stop is at Namche home, so we make our way up through part of the town to get to it. At an altitude now of 3,440 metres, it's a tough few last steps to get there. The next morning, and what a view! Incredible! A while later, Pemba takes Joe, Kathy and I on a guided tour of Namche. The others, having been there before, decide to rest up for a bit. We make our way round the top of the town to the National Memorial, depicting a statue of Tenzing Norgay in front of a prominent view of Mount Everest itself. Today the cloud hides the mountain, but the very top is just visible on the left. Close by, a building is under construction. I am not sure what it's going to be, but the design using local materials is impressive. This is a Saturday market with butchery attached, the highest open market in the world. Grant said it was worth seeing, so we planned the trek itinerary to witness it. However, from what Grant remembers, it's nothing like it used to be. Perhaps COVID has killed it somewhat. Back at Nirvana home, I am very pleased to now reveal an unexpected highlight for the whole trip. This is to do with this guy. His name is Kanja Sherpa, and at 92 years old he is the last living member from the first ascent of Mount Everest. He was born in Namche and still lives here at Navara home. We all met and talked to him while staying with him, sharing stories of the past. A book has been written about his life by Patricia Moon titled Tough and Cheerful, and can be purchased for a modest sum from his home or online via the Kancha Sherpa Foundation. Tough and Cheerful is a story about the world's tallest mountains, the evolution of Nepal, and a man who has been part of the staggering transformation of both. Kancha's story takes us through time, from where his family struggled to find enough food to eat in a hidden land of breathtaking beauty to one that's economically developing rapidly and open to the world. It's a delightful read. There's also a documentary film about him, but as yet I haven't been able to find a suitable place to view it from. However, I did find a short YouTube video titled Meet Kancha Sherpa. It includes some original footage of the first ascent of Everest. For me, the story of Sued and Tenzing Norgay climbing Everest is a childhood memory of adventure like no other. It was a real honour to meet Kancha in person that actually was part of that expedition. An expedition that made world history for humankind and laid a path for many since to follow. For me, this was a truly unexpected highlight, one I will never forget. Well, that's about it for this video, part 4 of our Nepal trek. Be sure to check in again soon. To end, I'll take you to downtown Namche, beers at the Irish bar and great music at the Hungry Yak. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Still lonely, now you're giving me the survive.